Yes, this is quadratic equation part 11 rather. So we are dealing with roots of equation. You will see some of the questions that I've posted so far. I've given, if you have the roots of the equation, okay, find the quadratic equation, or perhaps, find the sum of the roots, or find the product of the roots and things like that. So now, in mathematics, we use general terms, which is alpha and beta for root of equation. Okay, if like let's say if I say if alpha and beta are the roots of quadratic equation, if alpha and beta are the root of quadratic equation. So what does that mean? It means that x equals alpha, okay, and or x equals what? Beta. So that is the meaning. So it means that if I'm having, okay, yes, this is the root of a quadratic equation. It means my final answer, s can either be 2, can either be 3, can either be 4. It can be fractions, it can be decimal, okay? So it depends on what the question is saying. But in this case, if alpha and beta are the root of the equation, like in the question that I posted earlier, that I say, okay, the root of the equation is 2 and 3. So it means that s is equals to 2 or 3. So but from here, I can change this to be x minus alpha equals 0. Like I told you, there's plus here. We don't usually put plus. So if plus is crossing equal sign, it will turn to this. So this one is the same thing as I can also say here that or x minus beta equals what? 0. Okay? So that is there's plus here, it's coming in. So it's still the same thing. Now equals 0 is common. I can just pick two of them. It's just like normal quadratic equation. After you factorize your common value, that is exactly what we're doing here. So there's nothing new. So this one is same thing as x minus alpha, x minus beta equals what? 0. You see? I'm just taking equals 0. They are the same thing. So I can either say s minus alpha equals 0 or s minus beta is just normal factorization. Okay? So now from here, this is the general alpha and beta that we normally use in mathematics. Okay? So just try to learn that by heart for root of equation in quadratic equation part 11. Okay, now from here, I can expand this. I can expand this. Difference of 2 square. Don't forget. So it means that this times this, that's first, that's the first step. Okay. This times this will give us what? S square. Okay. So this is the first one. Okay. The second one is x times s. Okay. That's 2. So x times x will give us x square. Then x times what? Beta. Don't forget there's minus here. There's minus here. So that is plus. There's always plus here. We don't usually put the plus, like I told you. Plus times minus will be what? Minus. X times beta is what? X beta. Okay. So now look at here too. There's also plus here, but we don't usually write it. So it will be plus times minus. That is what? Minus. Okay. Alpha times x is the same thing as what? Alpha x. Simple. Now look at it now. We've done this x times x, x and beta, and now we've done this one, which is the third one. Okay, 3. Okay, so we're doing the fourth one, which is this and what? And this 4. So that's difference of 2 square. If you want to multiply s times x, s square, plus times minus, minus s times beta, s beta. Okay, minus times plus, minus alpha times x, alpha x. Very simple. Now the fourth one, minus times minus, I've mentioned this, is what? Plus. Then alpha times beta is what? Alpha beta equals 0. It's as simple as that. Now, if you look at it very well, I can now say something is common here. S square minus is common. I can bring it out. Since minus is common, what is also common? S is common here. I can bring it out. Okay? So it will now remain alpha plus what? Beta. So by the time you expand this, you will get this back. Okay? This is minus times plus minus. This is minus times plus is what? Minus. Alpha and x is what? Alpha x. So the same thing applies here. Okay? If you do this, this is minus times plus minus beta and x, it will give you what? X beta. So this one is what? Plus alpha beta equals 0. Do you see now? It's very, very simple. So this is what we call this is part of what we call sum of roots. Okay? Sum of roots, and this is what we call product of roots. Okay? So it means now if I have this one to be equation 1, okay, and my general quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx, okay, plus c equals 0. Let's say equation 2. This is a general quadratic equation I will be using all this while. Now, if I compare both of them, I can compare, okay, I can compare here, I can compare here, okay. Now, if you look at this one very well, this one has no coefficient here. Anytime you're using sum and product of the roots, okay, this is what we call sum. You are adding. This is what we call product. So anytime we're using sum and product of the roots, the value here must be 1. The value here must be 1, like the way we're doing in completing the square method. So here is the same thing as divide. I can say divide 2 by a. Okay, divide 2, equation 2 by a. This is the same thing as ax squared over a plus bx over a plus c over a equals 0 over a. A will cancel 0, a will cancel a. You have x squared plus what? Bx over a plus c over a equals 0. Anything divided by 0 is what? 0. So if you look at this equation 3 now, which is the same thing as equation 2, this place is now 1, 1. If you compare, now the last thing you will now do here is to what? Compare 1 and 3. Okay, so we are comparing 1 and 3 for some of the roots. We are comparing 1 and 3 because look at it, they both have no value here, no value here. So the a in 2 has been moved. We find divide through by a. Based on this, we divide through by a. So when we compare both of them, so it means that here, if you look at it, it means that minus x alpha plus beta, that implies minus x alpha plus beta is the same thing as what? Plus bx over what? A. Do you see now? Minus x, which is this coefficient for x. The one for x squared will cancel out. No value. But look at the second one, the one for x alone. It means that b over a, that's x, is equals to minus this when we compare 1 and 3. So it means if you look at here now, s will cancel x, okay? So it means at the end of the day, this minus will move to this side. I can divide both sides by minus. It's still the same. So it means alpha plus beta equals minus b over a. Okay? So look at it very well. X will cancel x. Okay? Then you have your minus. Minus will move to this side. So it means that at the end of the day, I can divide both sides by minus. That's the meaning. I can see divided by minus. Minus will cancel minus. Divided by minus. So minus will move here. That's the same thing as what we have here. So alpha plus beta equals minus b over a. This is what we call sum of the roots. Okay. Now look at the third one. We are comparing 1 and 3. So it means the third one. The third one means that for comparing, it means that that's alpha beta equals what? C over A. So C over what? A. So this is what we call product of the roots. It's as simple as that. And now, if you look at it very well, and this is the general equation for 1, that's number 1 is the general equation that combines both the sum and the product of the roots. So this is what we call general equation that combines sum and product of the root. So it's very simple. So if I'm working with objective and they say, okay, if the sum of the roots is this, if the product of the roots is this, so I already know that, okay, my sum of the roots is alpha plus beta equals minus b over a. I already know that alpha beta is equals to what? C over a. And you know your general quadratic equation. Okay, so all you just need to do is just to look out for your a, look out for your b, and look out for your c, and insert it to get your sum. And if they ask you find a quadratic equation, if they give you the roots, like the question I've been posting on roots, if the root of the equation is this, you use this one. Okay, you are asked to find the quadratic equation, you know the root of the equation, so the root of the equation is already maybe let's say 2 and 3. Just come here and put the value. Know this general quadratic equation: x squared minus x alpha plus alpha beta equals what? 0. So at the end of the day, you will get your final answer. So as a result of this, we'll be moving to this question. Okay, so we'll be moving to these questions that we that we have here. So now we'll just take like 2 3 questions on those parts so that we can just explain it further for root of equation. Thank you very much. So then you can hold on. Tilawa. Okay, so what you just need to know here is just to show you how we come about the roots of equation. Okay, like I said, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, it means that s is equals to this, x is equals to alpha, s is equals to beta. Okay, I can move this inside and things like that. So when you multiply, when you multiply difference of 2 square, s times x, s square, s times this, like that. So you get your answer. So the three equations you just need to notice: equation 1, okay, the sum of the roots, okay, and the product of the roots. Very important. Okay, I can tag this as equation 4, equation 5. You can note them. Okay, it will be very good for you for jam, okay, for SSAE, and then for your exams. So either for GC or thereabout. So note this one, that's equation 1, equation 4, equation 5. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b over a. Alpha beta is equal to c over a. Then this one, s squared minus x alpha plus alpha beta is equal to 0. Okay, so if they give you sum of the roots is 2 and 3, all you just need to do is that alpha is 2, beta is 3, sum it. 3 times 2, that is it. You get your quadratic equation. It's as simple as that, straightforward. Okay, and if they ask you to find the sum of the roots, okay, is what? Minus b over a. Just go to your general quadratic equation that is given to you in the question. So in our next class, we'll just take 1 or 2 questions so that we can understand this equation 1, equation 4, and equation 5. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, and share so that other people can also benefit from this solution. Thank you.